Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Guys That Magic. This is Hunter dropping in just to give you guys a little update. Well, I don't know about update, but they announced some new spoilers for the upcoming set in September, Innistrad Midnight Hunt. Just wanted to go over the handful of cards they showed off today because we got some real good ones. Like, real good. I'm very excited for this set. I loved Innistrad, all the werewolves, all the spooky lore. But let's just jump into it right away with the mythic planeswalker they showed off in the stream today. This is Wrenn and Seven, not Wrenn and Six, Wrenn and Seven. Wrenn and Seven is a mono green planeswalker that costs 3 and 2 green. A starting loyalty of 5. It has a +1 ability that says reveal the top 4 cards of your library. Put all land cards revealed this way into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. It also has a 0 ability that says put any number of land cards from your hand onto the battlefield tapped. And also a -3 ability that says create a green tree folk creature token with reach, and this creature's power and toughness are equal to the number of lands you control. And it has another ability for a -8, its ultimate. Return all permanent cards from your graveyard to your hand. You get an emblem with you have no maximum hand size. Wow. This card is insane. The first thing I think about being an EDH player is how good this card goes into many, many land-based decks. Like this planeswalker is a must if you're running green land-based. I mean, if you're running green land-based, land-based is normally green, but it's at 0 ability where you just put any number of lands from your hand onto the battlefield tapped. That triggers so many landfalls. It is pretty crazy. I think this card is going to be a hit as well in standard. The -3. Let's say you're going and you're getting beat down. You put this kind of in a late game standard. It protects you essentially from a creature, and it could be giant because the power and toughness changes. So it's only going to go up unless someone's destroying all your lands. So that's incredible. I just think this card is a slam dunk. Wrenn and Seven. They did state that they were looking at spooky tree lore, and they figured Wrenn would be perfect for this set because of it. And the art is just incredible. Because Wrenn is the spooky tree guy. No more 6. Now we're at 7. Let's just move on. We have Champion of the Perished. Champion of the Perished is 1 black mana for a 1/1. It says whenever another zombie enters the battlefield under your control, put a 1/1 counter on Champion of the Perished. Now I'm emphasizing Perished because we already have a Champion of the Perish. Champion of the Perish, if you guys remember, is the 1 mana 1/1 white creature that says whenever another human enters the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on him. So this is the zombie version, obviously. Champion of the Perished. He has died here. He's turned into a zombie. He gets bigger with other zombies. Very cool lore because of Champion of the Perish. Again, unless there's a heavy zombie theme, this card's incredible for those kind of decks. Another slam dunk card. There's not much to say. I expect because of this being a rare and being a zombie, there's going to be a lot of zombies in the set. And then when Crimson Vow comes out in November of the other Innistrad, I expect more zombies in that too. So this guy's only going to grow. I think he's going to be real good in standard. Real good. I'm very excited for Champion of the Perished. Let's move on to this Triskaidekaphile. Triskaidekaphile is a 1 generic 1 blue mana for a 1/3. It is a human wizard. It says you have no maximum hand size. It also states at the beginning of your upkeep, if you have exactly 13 cards in your hand, you win the game. Also, it also has pay 3 generic and a blue to draw a card. This card is crazy good in formats like Commander. Playing this late game, knowing you're about to like if you had a Thought Vessel already in the game that you have no maximum hand size, you're just kind of stacking your hand to get to 13 and dropping this. That's I mean, granted, it has to stick around until your next upkeep, but it's blue. You're gonna have counter spells for people that are gonna try to destroy this. This card's crazy. And as far as standard goes, because I'm only talking standard and commander right now, but I can see this card being a hit in standard. Like the power level of the set seems pretty incredible. I'm a big fan, and I really want to build around this in standard. I'm having a lot of fun building around cards right now from Adventures in the Forgotten Realms, since we just got that, but now all of a sudden, hey, did you want more cards? Here's more. Let's move on to Infernal Grasp. Infernal Grasp is your new destroy target creature spell. It is a 1 generic 1 black mana. It states, it's an instant. It destroys target creature. You lose 2 life. This might be the best destroy target creature card that we've gotten. Power word kill is currently there-ish. I mean, it's got some emphasis where it can't destroy certain creatures. And then, of course, everyone's using Heartless Act right now. Heartless Act, once that rotates, Infernal Grasp is going to be your 2 mana destroy target creature spell. I could see that 100%. Very cool card. Losing 2 life is not that big a deal. Sometimes. Early game. Let me rephrase that. Not that big a deal. Early game. Next up, we have another uncommon. This one is Join the Dance. Join the Dance is 1 green, 1 white for a sorcery. It states create 2 1/1 white human creature tokens. It also has flashback for 3 generic, a green and a white. So you can play it again from your graveyard in case you didn't know what flashback is. But it's very similar to Lingering Souls. It's the Lingering Souls for humans. It's pretty pretty cool. Granted, it is green. I mean, usually humans, I as a mono white human player, I like to. I mean, even the card itself says create 2 1/1 white human creature tokens. You're still paying the green. Pretty interesting. This is the only card I thought, I don't know about this one, but we'll see if Join the Dance go ahead and make a splash in standard. Moving on, we have Play with Fire. Play with Fire is a red spell that is 1 red mana for an instant. It says Play with Fire deals 2 damage to any target. If a player is dealt damage this way, scry 1. Not a single player will ever use Shock again, because this is Shock with an upside. Why would you ever play Shock again? There's no need. Most of the time, people Shock face at the end of the game, just as a finisher. This is kind of encouraging if you're stuck in a pickle and you need to look at what your next card draw would be. Just hit him in the face. Scrying is always amazing. I don't know what else to say. I mean, this card is literally Shock with an upside. You can't beat that. You can't. I mean, it beats Shock, so whatever. Moving on. Our final card that we're going to talk about is Consider. Consider is 1 blue. This is the only common they showed. It is 1 blue for an instant. It says look at the top card of your library. You may put that card into your graveyard. Also draw a card. So surveil and draw a card is what's happening. This is arguably a better opt. Graveyard is so much better than the bottom of the deck. You can interact with your graveyard. You can't really. There's not really a lot of cards that say interact with the bottom card of your deck. And there's also those decks that are running in standard right now where people are milling through their decks or discarding through their deck, should I say, cycling. That's the word I'm looking for. Cycling through their decks, or they're throwing stuff into the graveyard to play the bigger spells later, like Auron's Epiphany, Magnum Opus. This does it for you for 1 mana. That's incredible. And you draw on top of that. This card is going to be huge in Standard. I don't have much else to say. This power level for this set, unless they showed off the most powerful cards of the set, and then they just continue from there. I don't know. This set is crazy. I'm a big fan of this set. And before we go, I'm throwing this up on the screen. These are the basic lands that we're getting for the set as well. Look at how beautiful black and white full art lands look. These lands are coming. They already announced in draft boosters, in set boosters, and foil ones in collector boosters. No, they will not be coming in the bundles with the package of lands. You just get regular boring lands with that. That's the only downside. But these lands look incredible, especially the swamp ones. Oh my god. I am a big fan of the black and white lands. But that is today's video. Short and sweet. Let me know what you think of all these cards that they showed off. There's only 7 of them today, plus the lands. I guess you want to consider those. That's 8. I think the power level of this set is this blows the entire set of Adventures of the Forgotten Realms out of the water. Personally, I believe once this set comes in September, it's changing quite the amount of formats, I believe, based on just what we've seen today. It's not a lot, very small sample size, but the sample size looks good. I cannot wait for this set. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. This is Hunter with Guys That Magic. Have a great day, evening, whenever you're watching this. Peace.